Greetings and namaste, yogis. I hope that you're doing so good. I just love you so much. I love you. Ready for some more yoga today? I have in my sock a vape pen. This is a 1-to-1, so a little less psychoactive on the THC, but a little bit more of a balanced high. I'm looking for the anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving qualities of cannabis as much as that psychoactive sort of altered state, which I also really like. I hope you have something nice that you're toking on. Cheers. As always, I'll invite you to savor the combustion, or, well, maybe you're not combusting. Well, I think I meant to say savor the consumption experience, whether it's consuming edibles or a topical tincture, smoking, dabbing, vaping. Did I miss any? Patches, transdermal patches, sublinguals. There's a lot of ways to administer cannabis. I'm so grateful for that. So I hope whatever way you're using is working for you, and just slow it down. You know, I don't spend a ton of time at the beginning consuming and stuff, because those of you that are ready to start yoga are ready to start. But if you're still getting high, you can always pause the recording and then join us when you're ready. Okay, so let's begin. This cough is officially an outtake. Okay. So today's practice is a chair yoga. Not everybody can sit cross-legged on the chair. It depends on if, first of all, if your chair has handles preventing it, or, your own flexibility. You don't have to sit cross-legged. In fact, you can just sit, regular, how you would on a chair. And you can either have your feet flat on the floor for this meditation, or you can cross your ankles. And both are great for different reasons. Having the feet flat really roots or grounds the feet down, and kind of almost immediately, at least for me, draws the awareness into the body, lowering it kind of out of my mind and the busyness. So it's up to you, that rooted on the floor feeling, or cross-legged, or you can always do whatever you want. You can meditate in any shape that works for you. So let's go ahead and begin. You can close your eyes if that feels right, or if you prefer, just look downwards. Again, drawing the awareness more internally as we begin our practice. You might turn your palms to face the ceiling or the sky, a gesture of openness. And sometimes just taking that mudra or gesture, again, tells the mind, oh, we're doing something. This is, we've assumed the position. And once you're here, begin to breathe a little slower, a little deeper than you might ordinarily be breathing. And see if you can not so much do a deeper breath, but rather find your deeper breath. Allowing the belly to soften and the air to slowly fill the lowest part of your torso as you breathe in. And on that same inhale, filling your side body, your waist, and then your slow exhale releases all of the stagnant breath, every drop without strain. And then your fresh inhale once more fills the torso. And see if you can begin to observe the pause at the end of each exhale, just that little gap. That little stillness, that spaciousness. It's like a empty potential there. And then from that emptiness, a new inhale can arise. And let's do 3 more rounds of this deeper breath, watching especially the pause at the end of each of your exhales. Giving yourself this time, full awareness on your breathing, in the present moment. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open the eyes back up. And we'll start our movements, but keep that deeper breathing going. Okay, so let's just start to warm up. So we're gonna sit up nice and tall, so chill. We're gonna turn the body one way. Let's all go left for fun. And it's not about using the hands and making yourself go left. Really just let your torso go as far left as it'll go. And then use your hands to, maybe slightly more, looking over that left shoulder. And then back to center. Turn right with your torso. Use your hands to help. And then back to center. Let's exhale as we twist. Inhale as we return. Exhale right. Inhale, return. And as we do these next couple rounds, see if you can keep your front rib cage down onto your belly a little more instead of thrusting or what's the word I'm looking for? Flaring the ribs. So I'm pretty bony, you can see mine. So even if you don't feel the bones of it, see if you can have a sense that you're not arching your back as you twist. And come back to center, and then twist. And come back to center. Nice job. We're gonna inhale and circle the arms up overhead. Reach the arms nice and tall, but keep the shoulders down. Power pose here. And again, you could be standing, you could be sitting on your mat. It's always, something that you can modify here at Ganja Yoga. So we're gonna now turn to the left, keep the ribs down, and then see if one arm can go to the back of the chair this time, one to the front, a little bit deeper of a twist. And then we're gonna hold the breath, hold the pose for 3 breaths. On your next inhale, slowly return to center, arms up, getting the blood flowing a little more, a little energizing. Exhale, go the other way. And 3 deep breaths here. Feel how the twisting makes the torso inflate differently as you breathe. And again, really mindful of the gap at the end of your exhale. And then we'll return to center. Nice. And then just feel your body, your spine after a few movements. And we're gonna start to roll the shoulders. So when you're ready, we're gonna bring them up. You don't have to go all the way up because that's already what we're trying to undo, So a little bit up, but mostly focusing on exhaling back and down. So a little up on the inhale. And as you go back and down, really try not to squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. So I'll do that now. As I go back and down, I'm really squeezing, but we want to try to avoid any unnecessary tension. So a little up, back and down without really jamming anything. Try to keep it more chill. And yes, I'm wearing pink socks and red pants. I did have a fashion faux pas, but you don't seem like the judgmental type. So let's inhale. And as you exhale, open your mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Just 2 more. Focusing on the back and down without lifting the ribs at the front or squishing the shoulders at the back. Nice. And then we're going to bring the arms like a T and broaden across the chest, the pectorals. Again, lots of internal kind of movement through that chest. So let's broaden it. Let your fingers peel apart from each other, spreading the fingers, thumbs face up. You might even be getting this. I am in my forearms. And again, you can always modify it, bringing the hands like closer to forward, for example, less intense, or a little lower, less intense. Sitting tall, just getting a nice chest stretch. You might close your eyes if that helps you to draw the awareness more into the feelings. Inhale fully, and then exhale all of the air out, and notice that pause at the end of the out breath. Just one more big inhale here, just warming up the tissues. Exhale, release the arms, maybe exaggerate your sigh. And then right ear to right shoulder, rolling chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder, rolling down. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale down. One more each way. Moving on your own slow breath timing. Resist the urge you may have to rush. The next time the chin comes to the chest, lift it straight up. Bring your ears right over your shoulders if they live, your head lives forward of your spine. See if you can feel a sense of alignment here. Nice. And then we're going to cross the left ankle over the right leg. So it's not the foot on the leg, it's the ankle past the leg. And some of my cannabis expert friends say that the 1-to-1 ratio, THC CBD ratio, is probably what we evolved, humans evolved with cannabis. It's probably the ratio that we're biologically kind of most adapted to, but since I have a high tolerance, I have to use a lot to get any kind of psychoactivity. So sometimes maybe like a 1-to-2, 1 CBD, 2 THC is pretty close to that ancestral ratio, but a little stronger. So we have this crossover. Let's flex the ankle. So now your toes are going towards your shin, and see if you can bring especially the baby toe side toward your shin. And you probably feel this in your right hip, your left hip, if your left foot's on top. Nice. So we got a little bit of a hip stretch here. Notice if your tail is slouching underneath you like a sad dog's, making your low back more of a kind of round or egg shape. See if as you cross that ankle over, it's not easy, you can allow your pelvis to unroll. And it's not about lifting the ribs to seem unrolled. Keep the ribs down like we've been doing and unroll the pelvis. So it's kind of, tricky. It takes time to tap into these more sort of, specific details in our bodies. But that's what yoga is for. It's helping us to develop more and more of what's called interoception, or feeling inside yourself. So we're flexing, we're pulling, especially that baby toe side. We have neutral pelvis, neutral ribs, and then the hands can be on the legs. And then you can just stay here, relaxing your, inner right thigh, relaxing anything that doesn't have to be working. Or if you want a little more intensity, bring your hands to the back of your chair and push your pelvis more forward, getting you even more so into the neutral or happy dog tail. And if it's too intense, don't press with your hands. Keep the shoulders down. They like to squeeze up. Maybe your eyes are on one point, or perhaps closed is even more relaxing. And sound and thought just arise and fall while we do our movements and breath. And it's like watching a river or a stream, and leaves just going past your visual field. A thought arises, a thought falls. There's no need to push away your thoughts. Just returning to your deeper breath whenever you do notice a thought. Especially the pause after your exhale. Let's do 3 more breaths. And then as you're ready to release, just do it in slow motion. Take your time. And before we do the other side, let your legs come out like a V. Sit on the very edge of your chair. Find neutral pelvis instead of sitting on your tailbone. Roll it back. Don't slide right off your chair. I feel like I might because my tights are slippery. You might hold on a little bit. Shoulders down. And just let your legs relax here. Feel your left hip, butt cheek. Let's take a nice big inhale. Exhale from your mouth. And then returning to sitting tall towards the front or middle of your chair as you like, and then cross your other ankle beyond that thigh. And just take your time. Flexing that ankle, especially the baby toe side. Sitting up nice and tall, neutral pelvis. And then again, pressing your hips more forward, but don't lift your chest. Keep the chest on the belly, the sternum or breastbone, rib bones on the belly. It's very tempting to arch there, but people tend to do it throughout the day already. So we want to be mindful of our blind spots in our yoga practice. And it definitely makes the poses harder feeling when you have that structural integrity, but that's what it's all about. So I support you in tapping into something that's just the wonderful amount of stretch. Not too much, not too little, and then breathe into your sweet spot. Send your breath into your hip. Soften your face, your jaw. Sometimes when we do hip openers, we clench through the mouth. Whenever your mind goes off of this moment in your body and your breath, just come back. Two more conscious breaths here, filling your body fully on your inhale, deepening your lung capacity. And as you take your second exhale, release and just shake out your legs. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Nice. Come back to the front of your chair again. Turn both knees to the right, to the left. Might as well sometimes do right first, sometimes do left first. So both knees are going to go left, and then the right knee might even come all the way to the floor. So now you're in a sort of lunging shape. Let's let the arms extend without lifting your ribs. But just to be different here, let's look over the back arm. Nice stretch for the neck, and if it's too much, just look diagonally back instead of all the way. Soft shoulders, broad across your shoulder blades instead of squeezing them inwards. Where might you soften? Where don't you need to be clenching here as you breathe? Nice. On an exhale, slowly return back to center. We'll go the other way. Knee to the floor if it does, or onto a book or block. Looking over your back arm again. Notice any difference this side. Getting a bit of an opener across the front of the hip, as well as the chest and neck and biceps. Twisting movements are great for digestion. Let's just do 3 more breaths. And then we'll return to center. Nice. And then roll it out. Feel your back, feel your arms, your legs after just a couple movements. The point here is we really don't need to do much yoga to feel a powerful, transformative effect. So even a quickie practice has huge benefits on the mood, on the mind-body relationship, on the deeper breath, and on our ability to be truly awake, aware, mindful, present. So I hope this shorter practice inspired you, and maybe now that you're more tuned in, you feel like, you know what, I need a little more yoga. I'm gonna just do my own thing now and tap into the movements and stretches I want, or that I may have seen before or done before. Maybe you feel like dancing now, or going for a walk, or making love. So once we get embodied, it sort of lends itself to more and more embodiment, more and more positive relationships to our body moving. So it's been a pleasure as always. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Yours in enhanced wellness. Namaste.